Greetings, YouTube neighbors. So, kind of no secret on the channel, I'm selling my Kubota. The reason really comes down to I just want a bigger machine. This machine has been a very problem-free machine for me. I'm very happy with it overall. I don't regret the decision. I have different requirements now. So, before I had this, I had a Lexmark mower as a commercial mower, zero turn, and it was one of these, 30 horse gas engines. It was incredibly loud. It was not pleasant to drive. It rode like a tank. I was looking to upgrade. It had a 60-inch mower deck on it, and this one obviously has a 70-inch. So that was a great upgrade for me. It was also now one machine I had to maintain because no matter what, I was going to have a tractor. But I wanted just an all-in-one machine that I could do one good job of maintaining this one machine, and it would work well. So in this situation, that kind of has changed a little bit where I think robotic lawn mowing has come a long way. I intend to get one for this property. That will do the main part of my lawn. Well, the new Coyote is going to do the mowing of the trails with the flail mower. The other reason I got this machine is I had a 70 horse Mahindra before it. This is obviously a 30 horse Kubota. I got rid of my wood boiler, and so I didn't need to do all the wood moving I was once doing. I also had about 30 years worth of chicken cages that were gone because the Mahindra did that work, and then I just didn't need that monstrous loader. And I was a much bigger fan of the hydrostat. I really underestimated my appreciation for the hydrostat transmission. Obviously, this one had that. And so that's kind of how I ended up with this machine, and now just coming down to why get a new one. Well, this cab is very clearly made for one person, where with the new machine I'm going to be able to have a real buddy seat and a little jumper seat for the baby that I'll be able to put in there and ride with them. The loader capacity on this thing really isn't bad. I've got a few videos of it pulling out stumps, and it does a very respectable job. But I'm looking for more. I have some very large stumps. I've got them that are 3 feet in diameter that I need to take out. And I think with enough time and effort, this machine could do it, but it's going to take you days at a time. I'm looking to change that with this thing. It's Halloween here in Minnesota, and we were greeted with a lovely snowstorm, which is sometimes what you expect. This was my main snow removal machine, and I did it with the box blade on the back and then a 4-in-1 function bucket. It actually did a great job. You need to take off the mower deck to get yourself some ground clearance for the snow, but it really did awesome. The weight in the tires and then these R14s, that combo was awesome. Everything I was looking for. But again, I like to plow brand new trails. Minnesota, there's a lot of swamps here. And you can actually get across them in the winter, but you need a big machine with big tires. And this just wasn't that machine for me, where I'm going to be able to cut my own trails. It needs a lot of extra effort to make that happen. And that's where we come to the upgrade. It's actually been the best winter diesel machine I've ever owned. I've owned 2 John Deere's, Mahindra, and this thing. And it blows them all out of the water. Today's 30 degrees. I just let the glow plugs go. Bam, fired up, no problem. I've had this thing all the way down to negative 30, and that's where you plug in the block heater. It did great. Absolutely awesome job. The only problem I ever had was my fault, where I left number 2 diesel in it too long. I should have converted it to number 1. And even then, I was able to heat this thing up enough to get the filter degelled and then clean through. I never had to bring it to a dealership. I did all that work here, no problem. So from a reliability standpoint, ease of use standpoint, it was great. And I think for a lot of property owners in that smaller than 20 acre ballpark, I think this is a really great machine for someone. It's just not the right machine for me anymore. And then obviously, I did a lot of mowing. This thing I just checked has 270 hours on it. I would estimate somewhere around half of that is just mowing the lawn with a 72-inch deck. I mow about 5 acres with trails, roughly. It takes me a solid 2 hours to 3 hours to actually mow the entire property. The mower itself actually works great. If I could just get another belly mower on a bigger tractor, I would be the guy to buy it. Only John Deere makes one with a bigger tractor, and you get to keep the belly mower. So I'm going to have to find something for the back end of the new machine. It doesn't ride the best with that mower. A lot of times it's got plenty of power to put that thing in top gear and cruise, but the problem is the wheelbase of the machine combined with the weight on that tight wheelbase, it really doesn't ride that well. And I have kind of a less than standard back, or my back is just extremely sensitive. Turns out body armor in trucks for hours on end is not good for a young man's back. So I'm not a big fan of the seat or the suspension in this thing. You could go upgrade it. I think that's a worth money upgrade for the right guy. I'm just going to go to a bigger wheelbase machine to take care of some bigger projects. So overall, the so what of the story is, back when I bought it, it really was the right machine for me. There is a chance I could have gone straight to the Coyote and skipped this one, but I wasn't confident in robotic mowing. I felt like I needed my own solution, and I wanted just one machine that I had to maintain. It's been a great machine for me for years now. I had it since the spring of 2021, and we're coming into 2024 here in not too long. I imagine this thing won't sell super fast. There's a lot of tractors in this size range out in the market, but what's nice is you get heat and AC in the cab, and the heat and AC, they work great. I mean, in the winter, it will cook you out of this thing. You are going to have to turn that thermostat down, guaranteed. The third function on here with that 60-inch bucket works phenomenal. The two are extremely well sized for each other, and that's really worked out great for me because I've done dirt work, moved a ton of firewood, moved yards and yards of wood chips and dirt. I actually did a lot of black dirt leveling on the property, and I did that all with this machine. It worked great. So I was really happy with that setup. So I just wanted to give that overall update on why is this crazy YouTube guy selling his almost new Kubota tractor. Well, sometimes the needs of the family begin to change a little bit, and your sizing up to the machine doesn't work out right the same as when you bought it. And so having the extra kid, the kid wanting to go on trips, whereas this seat and this cab configuration isn't conducive to that. So I hope I've given some clarity on the situation. I hope maybe I've affected your decision of maybe this still is the right machine for you, or maybe you are kind of like me where you're in this like weird in-between zone of a lot of features in this I like, I just wanted more, and that's really what it came down to. So all right, until next time.